Liz, the camera's rolling, right?
Nope. Sorry about that. Hi there, everybody. Liz Rabbit here once again with another review for you. No, it is not on the Godzilla figures I was playing with, even though, look at this guy.
And if you don't know who that is a Destroyer.
This video is not about that. This video is about a Loot Crate subscription that I did receive a few days ago and meant to post a video before or on Halloween, but circumstances beyond the power of our control prevented from...
A tornado came through the neighborhood?
Yeah, knocked out our power for about 8 hours, and in that 8 hours we played Risk instead of doing anything productive.
Which Risk takes too long to play. That was a long game.
Yep. After 8 hours, nothing got resolved, and we had to actually put the game away.
We all signed peace treaties.
I never did. Australia. Anyway, this video is a review on Loot Crate. Has a new subscription box available, and this was the first run of it. It will be a bi-monthly box, and I have been super excited about this. I put in my order for this back in August, and I am so excited for the Loot Fright Crate.
Yes, I'm actually excited to see what's in this one, because I'm a big horror movie fan. Especially the 80s horror movies.
Well, this crate actually has a graphic novel in it that is rated 18 and up.
Huh, sounds nice.
Which, in our personal opinion, all horror movies should be rated R.
If it's a horror movie, it should always be rated R.
Yes,
never
no
PG, never PG-13.
There is no excuse for it to be rated anything less. Anyway, let's be like grave diggers and dig in, shall we? Right off the bat, I love the design of the box, and there's no hiding what's the first item of the box.
That's from Trick or Treat.
Trick or Treat is probably one of the best new, old-feeling horror movies to date.
Yeah, it's a new horror movie, but it does have that old 80s feel to it, and it has a great story to it. Well, multiple stories that all intertwine with each other.
And if you're not familiar with things such as Tales from the Crypt or Creep Show, this is a good, pays homage to them.
Yeah, I guess you could call it that.
I'm really excited the fact that a sequel has been announced for this. If you have not seen this movie,
definitely check that out.
I will stick a clip right here.
Or we could do that.
If you enjoyed that small clip from Trick or Treat, I didn't spoil anything for you whatsoever. I definitely highly recommend checking this out. The shirt's actually a little too big for me, so this will be Jack's shirt.
Yep, that's my shirt now.
Alright, the next item in this box is from a horror movie franchise that is very near and dear to my husband and myself. I first saw it with my older brother. It is from Evil Dead 2, Dead by Dawn.
Oh, definitely one of the greatest old horror movies ever made.
With one of the king of the B movies,
Ash Williams.
Bruce Campbell. This scene depicts where Bruce is being dragged into the root cellar by the possessed Henrietta. I will not spoil anything for you. If you have not seen this movie by now, I highly recommend you do so, especially if you are a fan of the older practical effects in horror movies, and from the time era of Nightmare on Elm Street and...
Practical effects just age so much better.
There's also the fact that I don't think this movie gets a whole lot of credence as much as its cousins that had, the villain being the main focus, such as Freddy or Jason, rather than a hero that does not want to be a hero. He just wanted to go have a weekend with his friends and girlfriend.
It winds up with a chainsaw for an arm.
not as the stylized I like. It's in the Dorbs stylized, but it's
still neat.
It's still neat just the same to have anything from Evil Dead 2. As we said, it's not the most popular of movies or franchises because it doesn't focus on the villain as much. It focuses more on the hero aspect. I think that's where it doesn't get as much recognition. But if you'd like to see one of what we consider to be one of the best clips from the movie, I'm gonna stick that right here.
Double barrel here! Blow your butts! The kingdom come! See if we don't.
I hope you enjoyed that very, very short clip. That I'm not going to ruin any of these movies for you because I want you to check them out yourself. Every single movie that was supposed to be in this box, we do highly recommend if you enjoy any form of horror movies.
Well, what else is in there?
Well, I'm not quite sure what this is. It feels really nice. I think this is a pillowcase. It is indeed a pillowcase. It's a pillowcase for Night of the Living Dead.
Now that was my absolute favorite of all of the zombie films. The black and white version, not the color version, not the remake, the original black and white Night of the Living Dead.
It feels really nice though. It looks like a VHS cover. Some of the, of course, showing my age there with the VHS, video home system. I don't think that's what it stood for. But anyway, Night of the Living Dead, if I'm not mistaken, is what paved the way for modern zombies such as The Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead. You have George A. Romero to thank for that, for making zombies mainstream in the 1960s. I personally, I don't especially always care for zombie movies. I much rather prefer giant monsters or werewolves, but there's not a whole lot of good werewolf movies out there as far as giant monsters goes.
Godzilla will always be king.
Yep. The next thing in here is another thing for Night of the Living Dead. It was given out with the first run of the Fright crate. It's a little thing for Night of the Living Dead. It has the stars that were in it.
And again, if you've never seen this movie, definitely check it out.
And also on the back of this, it says that this is actually a campaign for Kickstarter to get Night of the Living Dead a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
I can see where it deserves that.
Alright, the next item in here is another pen. It's just a mummy pen.
Okay.
But so
Go nicely with your collection of pens.
So that everyone knows I have been legitimate about my pens. This is my bag of holding, and there's my pens. I
believe all of these pens, with the exception of a couple, have been accumulated through the loot crates. Yep.
Alright, and the final item in this box is that mature-rated graphic novel. It is for a lesser-known horror movie called Nightbreed, which was made by Clive Barker. You also know him for Hellraiser.
Pinhead. Oh yes, Nightbreed is definitely a movie that did not get the credit it deserved. The director, Clive Barker says he wasn't very happy with the movie because of how different it was from the book. But still, the movie itself is great. It is definitely unique.
I'm trying to find a picture that's not too graphic to show. This is your main protagonist, Boone.
I would love to see a remake or a sequel to Nightbreed, because it is left very open-ended.
I don't want to ruin anything for you, so at the end of this video, I will have the full movie trailers, the full original movie trailers for Night of the Living Dead and Nightbreed at the end of this video. They take a little bit more space than Evil Dead and the clip from Trick or Treat. Well, anyway, as far as a first run of the Loot Fright crate, I'm really happy with this.
Yeah, I'm really happy with that one. That's, so far, in my opinion, the best crate we've gotten.
And I really hope that their standards do not drop with the Loot Fright crate. This has all been a hit for me, not a hit for me, actually. The Loot Fright crate is, again, bi-monthly, and it will run you $24.99 USD. None of this is sponsored, by the way. I do not get paid for this. I just really want to get the name of this out there, that it is available through their website. Once again, thank you for joining me on this.
Before you go, what's the deal with the orca in the background? It's eyeing me in kind of a funny way back there. I come in here, you're playing with action figures, there's an orca in the background. I came in here at the wrong moment.
That's a secret. We will not discuss why there is an orca in the background. We will not discuss why there's a TIE fighter chasing it. We will just leave that to your imagination. Anyway, here are after I sign off, I will put up the trailers for Night of the Living Dead and Nightbreed so that you can check them out. And as usual, everyone have a good day. Sorry for the late post for Halloween. Happy late Halloween. Enjoy your 50% off candy, folks.
Who's buried in Midian?
Ain't nothing but dead folk.
Somewhere, hidden from sight, closer than you might think, is a place that's not on any map. Midian.
Something's breeding there.
It looks a lot like hell, but they call it home.
There goes the neighborhood.
They're not pretty. They're not neighborly.
Y'all come back now, you hear?
They're not even human. But this time, they're the good guys. From the imagination of Clive Barker comes Nightbreed.
You can't go down there!
They have only one enemy. A beast called man, sworn to destroy the Nightbreed.
Sounds like we're going head-to-head with the devil himself.
And only one chance. A man called Boone.
It's time to fight! Go get 'em, boys!
I'll kill you! What chance have we got? They're armed. So am I.
Out of your deepest fears and your darkest fantasies, Clive Barker brings you a startling new breed of adventure.
I won't let you down.
Nightbreed. At last, the night has a hero.
Outstanding.
Night of total terror. Night of the Living Dead.